Thanks for tuning in to Playwright Speak. I'm your host, Evan Krachman. The selection you're about to listen to is called Speak in Tongues. It was performed on February 23rd, 2020 at the Playwright Speak and the Guild of Creative Art stage reading event, Hope is in the Art. Speak in Tongues was written by playwright Shelia Duane, and the cast of characters include Jenny, who was played by Renee Panagos, and Elizabeth was played by Shelia Duane. The two pieces of artwork that inspired this play was Speak in Tongues by Shelia Casey and About Tides by Leona Tamburuso Schultz. Now enjoy listening to the podcast.
The setting, it's called Speak in Tongues, and the setting is the back row at a huge crowded tent that's set up for a religious revival. No one in New Jersey ever goes to religious revivals, but where I'm from, everybody experiences this. So, Jenny, who's played by Renee, is sitting in the last seat in the last row looking at her cell phone and texting. Hi.
Hey.
Are you saving this seat?
No.
Do you mind if I sit here?
No.
I'm so nervous. I mean, I've read so much about Reverend Nelson in this program. You know, he speaks in tongues like the apostles. You know, he changes people's lives, Reverend Nelson does. Is this the first time you've been to one of these revivals?
No.
You must have been so moved, so inspired that you came back.
Not quite.
Oh. This is the first time I've been here. I wanted to come on Friday, but I had to work. I work at Lakeside Orchards in the bakery. Have you ever been to Lakeside Orchards?
Nah.
You should come sometimes. Everything's really fresh. Everything's freshly baked, and our fruits and vegetables are local. Everything's really fresh.
Great.
You should come sometime. But you know, like I said, I've read so much about Reverend Nelson, about, you know, the way he speaks in tongues.
Uh-huh.
You've been to his revivals before. You heard him speak in tongues. Is it incredible? Does it blow your mind?
Well,
I mean, I've read that, you know, people are really changed. That they're really changed when they hear him speak in tongues.
changed.
Changed.
Uh-huh.
You know, were you changed?
What do you want me to say? Huh?
I'm sorry, I'm bothering you. It's just that I'm so nervous. I'm excited. But I also feel a sense of dread. Like the sword of Damocles is hanging over my head. I'm nervous. And I feel the need to talk. But I'll be quiet if you want me to.
Yeah. I'm just texting my daddy. It's kind of important.
Okay, I'll be quiet. You know, I brought an extra bottle of water, you know, just in case someone, you know, might be thirsty and they might need a bottle of water.
No, I'm good.
Okay, I just thought.
Thank you, but no.
Are you looking for someone?
Yes?
Maybe I can help you find whoever you're looking for. You know, who is it? And I'll help you.
It's okay. I don't need no help.
But I'm happy to help you. I mean, whoever you're looking for, I mean, just tell me and
Look,
I'll help you.
I'm fine.
I'm sorry, I keep bothering you. I'm just afraid. You know, I don't know why.
I think I know why.
Do you? What happens at these revivals? When Reverend Nelson speaks in tongues, does it sound like the voice of God? I think that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of what God's going to say to me.
No, it doesn't sound like the voice of God.
Do you think I'm foolish?
What do you care what I think? Huh? I mean, you don't even know me. You're probably never going to see me again for the rest of your life. So what do you care what I think?
I don't know. I'm just here by myself, you know. And I'm all alone, and I just need someone to talk to, maybe a friend. Like maybe just a friend for today, for one day.
I don't think you're foolish, all right?
Well, thank you for saying that. It's just, you know, a lot of things are going on in my life, like a lot of bad things are going on in my life, and I'm just like, I don't know, all alone.
Well, sometimes we all feel that way.
And I thought, you know, this revival, the tongues, speaking in tongues, that, you know, Reverend Nelson, I thought, you know, he might give me some help, like the voice of God might give me some direction.
You're looking for direction for your life?
Does that sound foolish?
Honestly, that sounds a bit irrational.
I'm just...
Look, what's your name?
Elizabeth.
Look, Elizabeth, I don't want to be cruel here, but what do you really know about this here Reverend Nelson? Well, you had to buy a ticket to get in here. $50, $60. How much did you pay to get in here?
50.
Well, Elizabeth, do you think God would charge you $50 to hear his voice or her voice or its voice? Do you think God needs $50? I don't think so. Do you think you're going to come in here and get changed? That God is going to come and single you out through this here reverend and tell you how to better live your life? Do you really think that?
That's what I need.
Maybe that's what you need, but that's not what you're going to get here. And maybe some revival preachers is true believers, but not this guy. Not him.
I don't know where to go.
Do you know why I'm here, Elizabeth? My father owns a party store, and we supply party tents for graduations and retirement parties. You see this here tent? Well, our company owns this tent, and we came here the other day and set it up and built up that stage over there and put everything together for these people. The lights, the sound system, the chairs. 21 of my men built this tent and supplied everything. And your Reverend Nelson was supposed to pay us, but he didn't. He gave us one of his classic sob stories. That bastard basically guilt-tripped my daddy into letting him use this tent and all the equipment. I was here Friday, and I witnessed this quote-unquote speaking in tongues while I waited for someone to come out here and pay me my money, duly owed. But at the end of the night, I went home empty-handed. Last night, surprise, surprise, I also went home empty-handed. So tonight is the last night for this big old waste of time. And I'm not leaving here until I get my daddy's money. And that's why I'm here, Elizabeth.
Maybe they do help people.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe.
Whatever.
But the tongues, the speaking in tongues, it's miraculous. It's the voice of God.
Reverend Nielsen isn't speaking in tongues. What he does is spout gibberish. Blah, blah, blah. What do you know about speaking in tongues? What do you know about that? Huh?
What do you mean?
Well, tongues. What do you think it means when someone speaks in tongues?
It's the voice of God coming out of a person's mouth. It's the voice of God.
No, Elizabeth. Tongues means languages. Languages. Like when someone says, she spoke in her native tongue.
The pamphlet for this revival, it says that we're going to receive guidance through the voice of God through tongues.
Yeah, That guy's a calm man. He's not a representative of God, and he makes my skin crawl. You want to hear the voice of God, Elizabeth? You really want to hear the voice of God?
I do. I really do.
Well, then, you should go to the ocean. Watch the tides come in and out. Think about tides. Think about how big the ocean is. And that's where you hear the voice of God. Not from this clown. Look, I don't mean to be harsh. Brutal things are happening in my life too. Why, I lost my mother last year. And my daddy, he's kind of losing it. I want him to sell this here business, but he won't. And this Reverend Nelson, he took advantage of my daddy in his grief.
I'm sorry about your mama.
Thanks. When I want to talk to my mama, I go to the ocean. The tides, just like people, they come to us. And then they get pulled away, back into the universe,
I guess I do.
So if you want to talk to God, that's where you should go.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I should.
Hold on. There's that fool with the cash box. I gotta catch him before he gets away again. Hey, it was nice talking to you, and I hope you found the guidance you're looking for.
Thank you.
Hey, that bum paid me. Begrudgingly, but he paid me.
I'm glad.
Hey, I got an idea. Let's you and me get a cup of coffee and then go to the ocean. We can sit in the sand and listen to the tides. I can talk to my mother. Hey, and maybe you'll hear the voice of God, okay?
Okay.
Let's go.
And a pleasure.
Hope you enjoyed listening to this edition of Playwright Speak. We appreciate your support. Like us on Facebook. Download more of our podcasts. Let everyone in the world know all about Playwright Speak. Thanks again, and you can hopefully find us sometime in the future, and who the heck knows when. Bye-bye.